Morning, class. Today's presentation or lecture is on thinking like a historian. Our essential question of the day is, how can I do history? All right, so why does history matter? Well, it matters for several reasons. It helps us understand individuals, it helps us to understand groups, and it helps us to understand culture and institutions. Okay, looking at this picture right here, we can clearly tell based on evidence that these are Native Americans, right? We have our teepee, we have our headdresses, and the feathers in the hair. All right, clearly tell that these are Native Americans. All right, so this is going to lead us into how historians think about the past, what type of evidence they use. So how do we learn about the past? How do historians learn about the past? Well, historians ask questions. For example, what happened and why did it happen? And when we do this, we use two types of sources, primary and secondary sources. Right? Primary sources were created at the time of an event. The best example, especially in modern time, would be video or photographs. Others would be diaries or journal entries. And then secondary sources are interpretive accounts made after the event. Examples of those would be maybe an encyclopedia entry or something in a textbook. Okay, so now we're going to look at some photographs. Okay, what do we see here? Well, we see oil. All right, oil bursting out of the well here. This picture, to me, just demonstrates the power of industry, demonstrates the power of fuel and the ingenuity of the United States using natural resources to fuel the Industrial Revolution. The next picture, we see very clearly two children, right, standing in a field. And what kind of field is this? What are they looking at? What are they doing? Well, based on evidence, they're probably picking cotton, right? Picking cotton and putting it in their little sacks. Okay, maybe they work on a farm. Maybe they work in the South, because we know that cotton grows very well in the South. Interesting. All right, here we have a lot going on. We have a long group of people standing in a line. All of them look white. They're all holding luggage of some sort. All the women are wearing some sort of, head covering, while the males are also doing the same thing, wearing some sort of hat, scarf, if you will. Luggage or some sort of knapsack here. Now, just based on that alone, evidence would say that these people are most likely immigrants. Okay, and there's also more to the story. If you look in the background over here, right, to the right of this gentleman, there's looks like water, and maybe they're standing on a port or something. All right, so based on evidence in that picture, we can probably deduce that these people are immigrants coming into the United States. All right, based on evidence here, we can figure out what's going on in this picture. Right here is very telling. Right, this woman right here is holding a sign of what looks to be an Asian woman who might be hurt or crying or in some sort of pain. Right, and you see several of those signs. Right, based on that alone, I think it's safe to say that these women are out protesting the Vietnam War. Okay, you can also look at the car right here, maybe the camera, clothing and hairstyle. These are some of the things that historians look at to figure out what exactly is going on in a picture.